Well, good day YouTubers, and firstly, very quickly, this will be the last viewers gifts unboxing video that I do. As regular viewers know, it's not the sort of thing I usually do, but ever since the past couple of months I knew I was going back to continuous cruising, and that I'd been asked very regularly over the years if I had an address. I thought, well, why not? And it's been a brilliant experience, so thank you. But as I say, I'll be going back to continuous cruising, so I won't have an address, so there won't be any more viewers gifts. I've changed Aslan's spotlight tunnel light bulb for an H4 style LED bulb, which will be much brighter and will also draw little to no amps. It's milliamps. It's blowing an absolute gale out there, but I braved just walking to the shops for a pint of milk. I was gone about half an hour, and I came back, and on Aslan's stern deck at the rear were these mystery gifts. Now, I've exercised, complete self-control by not taking a peek, so I'm as much in the dark as you are. There's a bag which clinked, so it's bottle related. It says Belgian Genlane. Is that's not 67% surely? No, it looks 6.7. I think that's 6.7, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be 6.7. Is that an ale of some description? Well, there's nothing on that one. It's just a blank bottle. But there's some form of liquid in there. Is that another ale? Imperial Russian Stout, 10%. Serve warm. Serve it warm. Wow, my word! I've got 3 ales to sample, and I think my engraved Country House Gent wine glass is going to be just the ticket for that. Right, and a box. A shoe box. Could it be a pair of trainers? It says, to Kevin Shelley, Country House Gent, some mooring directly over the centre of the earth, UK. Well, I mean, of course, no matter where you are on the planet, you're directly over the centre. I like that. I wonder if it would have arrived by post. It would have arrived in the UK, but yeah, I think that's as far as it would have got. It's food. It's an 8 grain made with mild ale. That's a rich looking bread, that is. Another 8 grain. Sourdough. Dislard. Dislard? I've never heard of that. That's a new one on me. A sauce. Looks like it has chilies in it. I'll bet that's a hot sauce of some description. Oh my, okay, alright. Oh wow. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. It must be a pork pie, but the pastry is cheesy. Also, oak smoked salmon and air dried capicola. I'm absolutely lost for words. This is like receiving a Fortnum & Mason gift hamper. And no note or anything, no name. I have no idea who you are, but This is very much like Si the Pi. Is this Si the gift hamper? Scrub that. There was a note. It was hidden in an envelope that the address was written on the box. Kevin, couldn't let you leave without a little something. It would be rude not to. Beer will need time to settle. Plus, apologies, but I got the carbonation wrong. Save one of the small bottles until next year. The flavour gets better with age. Which bottle? Maybe the one without the label. I don't know. Sauce is a bit thick. Ghost pepper, roast pepper, onion and garlic. Top up with water and give a good shake. Looking forward to more Aslan action. All the best. Si the Pi! International Man of Mystery. Only half a loaf, as we want some. It is Si the Pi. Well, well, well. Si. I mean, what is the chance? I mean, twice. I think at the end of the Lancaster Canal, when you dropped the pies off, I'd gone off for us to film the old Lancaster, you know, beyond the motorway. And this time I popped out for a pint of milk, and you delivered these, you know, well, Si, I think that's the icing on the 3-year cake of me being on the Lancaster Canal. Just over 3 years ago, when I was down at Crick in the winter, was it January 2019, with no solar, all my leisure batteries and the starter battery just completely died. I couldn't even charge my mobile phone. I didn't have a generator at the time, and it became very apparent very quickly that the alternator wasn't working. So I took it off, sent it to a firm which specialises in testing and reconditioning alternators and starter motors. Now, they took quite a while to get back to me, and I desperately needed an alternator. I didn't have a generator, so I bought a new old stock alternator from a seller on eBay, which I fitted, and that wasn't charging either. Now, in between ordering that alternator and receiving it, the testing firm got back to me and said, we've tested your alternator and we can't find anything wrong with it. So with the new alternator, I'm thinking, well, if that's not charging and the other one charges perfectly okay, apparently, there must be something wrong with the electrical system somewhere in there. So on and off over 3 years, and cruising along with no charge going in the batteries apart from what I could get on the solar and from the generator, with all that constantly nagging away in the back of my mind, I went through every single part of that charging system, the whole electrical system, and nothing worked until a week ago, when I just thought to myself, what if it is the alternator? So I ordered from a proper reputable dealer a brand new alternator, and guess what? Look at this! The starter and the leisures are charging. Look at that, that's proper. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Oh, you beauty. Look how quiet it is. Oh my God, that's quieter. Three bloody years I've been flogging a dead horse. And this also shows that the company I sent the original alternator to are either a bunch of bloody liars or totally and utterly incompetent.
Well, Mr. Shelley, we tested it, we can't find anything wrong with it.
Good job I didn't bloody pay the 50 odd quid, which I couldn't afford, to get it sent back to me. Flipping heck. Hey, 3 bloody years. 3 years. God, I'm happy. It's thick, it's hard. From your biggest fans, Greg and Quincy, this is to keep you gently chopping along. Nice one. Keep me gently chopping along. Very good. Wow, this looks nice. Wooden shapes. Personalised gifts and craft. Ah, there's a card here. Your order was carefully created and packed by Kay at Wooden Shapes. Thank you for your order. And you can find them on Facebook, Etsy, eBay, and woodenshapes@gmail.com. Wooden Shapes. Yeah, right. Well, I shall open this very carefully. I don't want to tear the paper and stuff because, well, why not? Hello. Gently chopping along. Home is where you moor it. Wow. Look at that, eh? And I think, well, obviously we know where that's going. Gently chopping along. Well, Greg and Quincy, that is quite beautiful. Thank you very much. Yep, I think you'll see whatever I cook on my travels will be prepared on this board. We gently chopping along. As the alternator is now working and the batteries are charging, I've replaced my old battery charger. It was old and quite antiquated. So I've installed this fabulous Victron Energy BlueSmart charger with 3 outputs, though I'm only using 2. Also, the solar charger that I fitted when I bought Aslan was slowly getting into the habit of not working all the time, and it was making some weird buzzes and whines. So I fitted this Victron Energy Blue Solar Duo LCD USB charge controller with 2 outlets, and that is charging from solar, the starter battery and the leisure batteries. Well, that's almost it, and as you can probably hear, England especially, mainly down south but also up north, is being battered. I'm rocking all over the place. My pots and pans are clacking. It's crazy. Right, as I say, that's almost it. But firstly, I just want to say a thank you to every one of you who's contributed on PayPal over the last couple of weeks. There's Anthony Clary, Mark Bryant, Pam Boyce, Drew Drentlaw, Alan Finlay, Nuxian LLC, Lucinda Island, Michael Monday, Michael King, Anthony Nimmo, and Anne Royal. Whew. That's quite a list. Thank you very much. Your contributions have, well, as you've seen, they've certainly helped towards all that kit I've had to fit. Trust me, travelling around, especially in winter, living on a boat without power most of the time, is no fun at all. Right, I think that's pretty much it. This will be the last video that I upload before I get lifted out on the 21st. It's, what is it now? It's Friday the 18th. Yeah, it's only a few days. I'll of course be filming that, and then I'll be lifted into the water on the 28th of February, and I'll be filming all of that. But as I say, this will be the last video before I get onto the Bridgewater Canal. Once I get onto the Bridgewater, I'll find some cozy little spot, moor up, and then edit like mad. So probably the end of the first week in March, or maybe slightly into the second, that's when that video will appear. And then after that, I can start continuous cruising. People have asked what canals I'm going on. Basically, I'm going to be travelling on canals that I've done before in order to get to canals which I haven't done before. If I'm on a canal I've never done, then I'll be filming that as before, travels by narrowboat, you know, travelling on the canals. This time round, I'm going to also take in areas and what have you around the canals, villages and things like that, and so on. But if it's a canal I've already been on, I'll just do little bits of that, and other things along the way. So yeah, it should be it's going to be a nice second maiden voyage and a second introduction to living on the canals. But yeah, until then, I'll see you in, what is it, a couple of weeks thereabouts, maybe just slightly over, and hopefully this weather won't last forever. It's looking good for next week for the blacking, a good few days of dry weather. So yeah, I'll see you all then, and cheers for now.